Well, November 6th will see Americans queuing up at polling stations ready to cast their vote for either Democratic candidate President Barack Obama or Republican candidate Governor Mitt Romney. Both candidates will take the stage tonight or tomorrow morning Sri Lankan time with the intention of making a personal connection with voters in the town hall style debate in Hempstead, New York. News First Mahina Bongso and Ramesh Irugal Bandara, who are in Hempstead, filed this report ahead of the second presidential debate.
The younger generation in the United States is encouraged to participate in the democratic process, and the enthusiasm amongst the youngsters was evident at the Hofstra University, which is hosting the Tuesday night presidential debate. Well, all the action and the attention will take place here at the Hofstra University in Hampstead, Long Island, New York, which is the venue for the second presidential debate on Tuesday night. Now, there has been a lot of activity and hype here at the Hofstra University, which has media crews setting up their stations here, which has the students really getting involved in the entire process and the preparations of the presidential debate. Now, we spoke to several students here at the Hofstra University to find out what they think about the campaign trail so far.
It's actually closer than I thought it would be. I thought Romney wouldn't have as many supporters as he does. The only thing is, with American politics, all the ad campaigns are kind of really negative, and as a voter, you kind of like to steer away from that. But I think it's been a pretty good race. The debates are definitely interesting, and I think they're persuading voters.
I'm actually very surprised. I myself lean towards the liberal side, so I never really expected to actually listen to Romney. But after listening to the debates and also listening to Paul Ryan's debate against Joe Biden, I got to say both sides have actually made very good points about their stances. I'd still say I'd have to vote for Obama, but I mean, I expected to be a lot more dynamically shifted than this. I'm very surprised that it's this close.
This debate is very important for the race. The previous debate was pretty much Romney for the win, and I really think Obama has a lot to improve on, but I think he's up to the challenge.
The town hall style presidential debate, which is scheduled to get underway at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday, is the second of 3 debates in the presidential election. We spoke to Dr. Meena Bose, the Peter S. Kulikov Chair in Presidential Studies at Hofstra University, to find out whether the debates are really a game changer in the race to the White House.
It's pretty clear that the first debate in 2012 was important, that gave Governor Romney an opening that appears to have made a difference in the polls and has become now a challenge for President Obama to overcome. Will it matter on Election Day? Well, we have to see how they fare at Hofstra University and then in Florida, and then on Election Day, of course. But we have had a couple of cases. 1960, the Kennedy-Nixon debates were significant and may have made a difference at the polls. 1980, the single debate that President Carter and Ronald Reagan had. Most times I think the presidential debates are important because they crystallize perceptions. They're not game changers. But in 2012 we could very well have a game changer. We'll have to see.
In the meantime, following the October 3rd lackluster performance of President Barack Obama at the first U.S. presidential debate, President Obama was intensively preparing for the debate, which is scheduled for later today. News First, Shamir Rasuddin filed this report from New York.
The next 8 days could prove critical for both President Barack Obama and his challenger Mitt Romney, the two bitter rivals for the White House, as they square off their second debate in a few hours in Long Island, that is at 9 p.m. New York time. Both are well aware that their first presidential debate, which was held on the 3rd of October, dramatically altered the roller coaster presidential race. The two men took a break from campaigning on Sunday to prepare themselves for the all-important second debate that will be held in Long Island. This time in a town hall style debate, both men will be talking about domestic as well as foreign policy issues that concerns the United States government. According to sources, Romney is well prepared to take on a well-improved President Barack Obama. Now, News First, of course, will keep you fully updated as and when developments do unfold. I'm Shamir Rasuddin reporting for News First from New York, USA.
In sports news here at home, Susantha Boteju was crowned the national snooker champion last night. This was the 5th consecutive time he has won the championship.
In the finals, which was held in Colombo yesterday, Susanta Boteju's opponent Naresh Samaravikrama was leading 4 frames to none at one point. However, at the end of 12 frames, the match was levelled at 6-all. Susanta Boteju then won the deciding game to win the championship 7 frames to 6. Overall, this was the 15th time he had won the championship, and he was also awarded the Player of the Year award. Susanta Boteju and Naresh Samaravikrama will represent Sri Lanka at the World Snooker Championship in Bulgaria next month.
On to some rugby news now. Prince of Wales College Moratuwa won the Inter-School Premier Rugby Trophy, defeating Ananda College, Colombo today. The match was played at the Air Force Rugby Grounds in Ratmalana. Ananda College led the first half 3 points to nil. Prince of Wales College scored 5 points in the second half, making the score 5 points to 3. The match was then halted 10 minutes before the scheduled time due to bad light, and Prince of Wales, who were leading 5 points to 3 at that point, were awarded the match. Staying in the game, St. John's College Nugegoda won the Inter-School Chairman's Rugby Trophy, defeating Lalit Adulat Mudali Vidyalaya Mount Lavinia today. Following the match, a clash broke out between two groups.
The match was played at the Air Force Rugby Grounds in Ratmalana. Lalit Adulat Mudali Vidyalaya led the first half 20 points to 10. However, St. John's College staged a spirited comeback to score 12 points in the second half and held their opponents scoreless to win the match 22 points to 20. Following the conclusion of the match, a clash broke out between two groups.
Moving away from rugby for a moment, Director General of the Institute of Sports Medicine, Specialist Doctor Professor Arjuna De Silva, stated today that boxer Manju Wanyarachi's 2-year doping ban has now ended.
A ceremony to launch the official website of the Institute of Sports Medicine was held this morning at the Institute. Director General of the Institute of Sports Medicine, Professor Arjuna De Silva, who spoke to Sports First, stated that a bill pertaining to the use of banned substances will be introduced soon. He said that laws were also being drafted to take action against those who provide banned substances.
It will be put to the cabinet for the next meeting, and this is one of the toughest regulations in the not only in the region, worldwide. It will be an example, because the big problem with this doping is not the athlete, it's the people who give him or people around him, the entourage. There are very few countries have laws to handle that. Even in Manju's unfortunate case, the people who gave him the drugs couldn't be punished properly. But the new legislation, if anyone is found guilty, be it a trainer, be it anyone else, he or she can go to jail up to 2 years. So this is one of the toughest legislations around.
And with that, we wrap up this edition of your Primetime News Bulletin. Of course, don't forget to log on to www.newsfirst.lk for the very latest on the world around you. I'm Shayan Silva.
And I'm Sonali Wanika Badagay. Thanks for joining us. Good night.